Hey, I know we talked quite a bit about like how there's a progressive curriculum, how the app works, how learning and teaching works. And at the core, what you're gonna do in class is gonna be pretty simple, straightforward. However, because it's so unfamiliar to people have so many questions, get stuck on so many things, I kind of gave this more thorough background. So let's talk about like what happens in class. How does a class work? You walk into your first class. I'm gonna give you a release of liability waiver to sign. We're gonna have an opening circle where we sit in a circle. Everyone gets to say their name, actor experience, and like a fun personality question. The reason is you want to kind of like know a little bit the people that you're gonna do acro with. After that, we have the learn teach model. If everyone went through this online orientation, I don't have to go over anything else and we can just jump straight into Acroyoga. If it's your first class, remember, you want to have your app, you want to have your account, you want to check into the session, and your session is going to tell you, Sam is going to teach you this lesson, and the other learner is going to be William. So you're just going to go up to them, and you're going to be taught hands-on. It's going to be something that will take you 3, 4, 5 minutes, pretty easy. At the end of it, your mentor is going to give you your first check mark. In the app, you're going to have a check mark, and now you're hot and ready to teach it to someone else. You're going to go back to your session screen. It might say, please wait. Please wait means, some other group has to finish because you're going to be paired with someone there. So if it says, please wait, don't panic, don't freak out. Just take a sip of water. It's really good to have micro breaks. You're going to come back with more focus and energy. You want to also keep looking at your phone so that you're ready to join the group when you're assigned to it. Yeah, so you might have a little break. Stay aware of the app, where it tells you to pair with, and go to the next group. And you might get to teach for the first time, and people report like a little bit like, oh my god. And then they go like, wow, I could actually do it, and they feel a surge of confidence. Again, if it's your first class, you're going to start with technique drills. Later towards class, you're going to start learning your first poses. And when it's almost time to end class, I'm going to call an end to class. We're going to have a closing circle. There might be announcements. We might address any open questions. We're usually having also like just like a demo of what's possible. Usually I pick a student and we just kind of like show things off. I think it's a nice compliment. It's not like a teaching demo where you teach a class. It's just kind of like, here's something cool to see of, what you can work towards. And a lot of people find it inspiring. And class is going to be over. Because usually the next class might come in, we have to clear out pretty quickly to free up the studio. And I'm usually outside. I can help you get into our WhatsApp group. I'm there for answering questions or like chatting. Also, I want to highlight, we have a WhatsApp group. A lot of times students like taking photos, videos in class. And later they use the WhatsApp group to share it, so other people see what happens and people in the photo get their photo or video. Yeah, so if you really boil it down of what to expect for class, opening circle, and then there's like a pretty straightforward loop. You're gonna look at your app's gonna tell you whom to go with. You're gonna be in a trio. You're given a mini lesson. You're either teaching or learning. And then you're gonna go on to the next trio. And the app will just keep telling you whom to go with next. And roughly like you're gonna have like two learning times for one teaching time. So you're gonna keep progressing. If you come back next class, you're gonna pick up wherever you've left off. And so, yeah, every class you're gonna continue progressing. And all the teaching parts are like spaced practice. Because, like you learn something once and you have to periodically repeat it in order to like really lock it in and retain it, refine it. It was a great way of continuously progressing and also spaced practice. For the quiz, you want to make sure you know how the app works, want to know how the teaching format works,